I accept your offer. It's good to have the Council on my side.
Good luck with your investigation, Shepard. We hope for a quick resolution and a quick end to your relationship with Cerberus.
Well, that went better than expected. You realize the Council's offer is just symbolic. They won't actually do anything.
Even if they don't help, I might as well stay on good terms.
True enough. Don't worry about the Council or the Alliance. I'll find some way to keep them off your back. Shouldn't be too hard. As long as you keep to the Terminus systems.
Anderson, we need to talk about... Shepard, what are you doing here?
Stopped by to see how Anderson was doing.
You don't have to cover for me. I invited Shepard here to speak with the Council. We just finished our meeting.
You what? Consular, do the words political shitstorm mean anything to you?
The Council reinstated my Spectre status. They're just happy I'm staying out in the Terminus systems.
Yes, I could see how that arrangement works best for both sides. But you really shouldn't have taken a step like this without consulting with me first, Counselor.
I don't answer to you, Udina. Why don't you go to your office and think about that for a while?
Of course, Counselor. Good day to both of you.
Sorry about that. Udina's never gotten over the fact that I got the Council position instead of him. Sometimes I need to put him in his place.
Udina's just doing his job.
True enough. He's got his uses. And if you want something done on the Citadel, he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic functions I can't be bothered with.
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Serving on the Council isn't how I plan to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
Forget Udina and the Council. Join my crew and help me stop the Collectors.
I'm too old to go racing across the galaxy. Much as I complain, I've got an important job to do here. The front line. That's got to be yours.
How long did it take to get this place back up to speed after the battle?
Still counting. The main areas of commerce and the most populated wards are complete. But estimates for total restoration are sitting around 5 years. The Keepers always surprise us, though. It's like our repairs are annoying. We'll put up an ugly new bulkhead, and in a few days, they've made it seamless. We never really thought of them as heavy lifters, and I have no idea where they get the resources. But we'd never get done without them.
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the Keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
What happened to Staff Lieutenant Alenko after the Normandy was destroyed?
Staff Commander Alenko is still with the Alliance. But he's working on a special mission. It's classified. I can't say any more. Not while you're working with Cerberus, I'm sorry.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
Alright. Got that done. Spectre status reinstated. I don't think there's nothing else to do here. Go back to the Normandy. Yeah. Armor isn't just stylish. Each piece you equip has unique combat benefits. Alright. Popping without a nigga. We just credit where it was due. Do.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you again. Mr. Udina offered to pass on a message for me. I wish again to express my thanks for your assistance in retrieving my wife's body. This guy from the first game. While nothing can ever banish the pain of losing this chick, being able to see that her body was treated properly helped me more than you can imagine. I opened the restaurant that my wife always wished to start back on Earth. This chick's picture hangs on the wall, and the lion soldiers eat for free. It is the least I could do to honor the courage of which both you and my wife are serving humanity. Oh my fucking god. The consort. Excuse me. Shaira. Commander, I thought that my gift of words have been incorrect, an embarrassing notion, but my contacts tell me you yet survive. I'm pleased to hear that your journey continues, though I sense that you head toward an even deeper darkness. When you fought Saren, only your resolve was tested, but now I fear you cannot rely on your own strength. Take whatever steps you must to ensure that those battling at your side fight with clear minds and glad hearts. Be well, Consort Shire.
That Kasumi is an interesting addition to the crew. I can see why she's good at her work. She never reveals anything meaningful about herself. It's all on the surface. It'll be a challenge getting to know who she really is. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
What's this area of the ship?
Okay, so I can go to my captain's cabin. See, I picked up some new shit. Picked up some of the freighters and stuff. Look at that picture of Leo, man. Look at that. Just look at it. Yep. That's basically it. And I got my space hamster. My space hamster. Yo, meep. Space hamster is cute. Alright. Kasumi Goto. Kasumi Goto. I can talk to this mess sergeant guy.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo. Here, try a bite. Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
You really came through. Alright. It's a lot of assignments. Alright, so I could do Kasumi's loyalty mission, but that shit's hard as fuck. Not even playing, that shit's retardedly hard. Go check out Kasumi's place. The DLC characters don't even talk to you. That's the retarded part about this game. They just sit there.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all. I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal. I stole that on a dare, believe it or not. There was a big museum show coming to Ilium. Artifacts from Earth going on tour. Very high security. KG dared me to steal this. So I broke in, hacked the security, put a few guards to sleep, and replaced the piece with a worthless duplicate. They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last. The Red Rose. That used to be my calling card when I first started out. In place of whatever I took, I left a single red rose. It wasn't until I met KG that I realized how silly it was. He had a way of making you realize when you were just being sentimental.
Okay. Painting.
That's my favorite piece, painted for me by a child prodigy from Elysium. She was the cutest thing. She was kidnapped by slavers who hoped to sell her on Omega. I wasn't about to let that happen. I set up an idea as a buyer's rep to get a special tour of the slaver's vessel. Once aboard, I freed the girl and smuggled her off the ship. She painted that for me on the way home. I'll never forget how it felt to watch her work.
Flowers in the picture.
Don't laugh, I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. Casey used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal.
Okay.
That painting has a special place in my heart. An art collector hired me to steal it. When I got there, the painting was gone. On the way out, I saw it being hauled off by another thief. I chased him down, tackled him, and took the painting. That's how KG and I met. We never did turn it into our employers. I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship.
Alright, well. That's pretty fucking interesting.
Rupert, there's something different with tonight's meal. Seems like you put in more food and less ass.
Yeah, keep talking.
I want to see if my people want to talk.
Need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibration.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alright, yeah, they're not down to talk yet. Let's go put us some upgrades. Then we'll go do our next mission. I gotta decide on what mission I want to do, actually. Let's put us some upgrades, because I have a lot of resources. Or resources, as Shepard says. Resources. Okay. Ship enhancement, medbay upgrade. Let's see some prototypes. Fuck that. Arm upgrades. Attack duration. Emergency shielding. Restore squad members. Shields to full strength. See weapon upgrades. Submachine gun. SMG shield piercing. Get that too. AP heavy pistol. I mean, I could do that. I could do this. It's not even that much. This will help out the squad. For all tech powers. Research that. Trauma module. Redundant field generator. Tech cooldowns. Oh man, you need that. That's it. Where is she shielding?
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not now. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna figure out what mission I want to do first. In the meantime, I'm gonna let this run out. And let that run out. So in the meantime, I'm try to figure out what mission I want to do first. Then I'll be back to record. So yeah.